Hey guys, it's me again. Last video, last recipe for this weekend. But if you have any ideas for next weekend, let me know. If you want to give me a recipe idea and come for breakfast and eat the proceeds while you video me, totes, I could do dinner, dessert, lunch, whatevs. Sounds like bribery, sorry. The light's better at this angle. I'm in a different area of the kitchen. Man, aprons are always fun when you're talented. So I'm making ambrosia. So it is something that my friend suggested. So we've got cream. Didn't have 1 litre, so I bought two 500 mils. And so I'm making a berry flavoured one. So I've got some berry yogurt. I'll probably use 3, maybe 4. It just depends. Because there's a certain texture that you want. So I've got 2 kinds of berry because I couldn't decide, story of my life. Strawberries, and I just got them in a tin, and boysenberries. And I'm going to drain them well. Also, let me have a look. Marshmallows, I like the little ones, even though they're baking mallows, because they're pretty colours. And rainbow colours are so my vibe. So here is the chocolate bits. I always get milk chocolate because I like milk chocolate. But maybe I can try it with white chocolate and maybe do sort of, I don't know, anyone have any ideas? But this is a classic that I like to make. And yeah, I make it a little bit different. My trick is, this is the same with chocolate chips. I get chocolate drops, better texture in the mouth, and more chocolate. True story. I always get chocolate drops for all of my chocolate chips and any recipes that require chocolate chips because they're just better. So it's going to get noisy because I'm going to whip some cream. So have fun. So that's the first step. But my trick is I use one of these. So this is a stick blender, and you could use a cake mixer, you could use a hand mixer, but this does it just as well. And there was a time in my life that that's all that I had, because my cake mixer died, probably from overuse, and my hand mixer died as well, again probably from overuse. So, and I once something to do with flybys, I think, and I tried it because my friend said to me, you know, you can whip cream with that. I was like, really? Okay. But I use it now all the time. So I'm going to do all the cream at once. I'm probably going to make a hot mess because that's just me. I usually get cream everywhere. So sorry if I get it on the screen. Lucky I'm videoing it and you're not standing in front of me. So opening the second one. Wish I had a better camera so you could see everything that I'm doing, but working on it. So I poured it in. I always get Pam's. I love Pam's. So much better and cheaper. So all you do is, it's like a cake mixer, and you just until it, and it won't take me long, just you wait. It's almost like I need hold music. One of the few perks of being ambidextrous, I can swap hands. Yay! Nearly there. Wonder if there's ever a musical egg beater. That would be epic. Imagine if music was playing while you're whipping your cream. Someone should invent that. So you want it well whipped. So this is a light whip, but I'm going to whip it a bit more than, because you're putting the yogurt with it, so it needs to be a thick whip so that it can hold the yogurt and it won't go too gooey. Because you want kind of a certain texture, because ambrosia combined with the yogurt. So don't under whip the cream, because otherwise just isn't the same. Yeah, so that's the texture you want, so it sticks to it. So I will just get all the cream off because it's so good. I'm using one of my other spatulas. This is for my first birthday when I moved to Invercargill. My first friends at church, the Chandlers, I miss them lots. So they gave me a present and it was this. So every time I use this, I think of them and their children. I miss them a lot. They've moved away, but I'm sure when they come back, I can make them this because I'm sure their children would love it. They probably would too. They were the first people to invite me around for a meal when I moved to Invercargill, when I was wondering if I'd made the right decision. Yeah. So, cream's whipped. I'll unplug this because it's a cord and health and safety. Like, if anyone's going to splat, it'll be me. So this is where I find out if I'm going to use 3 or 4 yogurts. A lot of my recipes are kind of estimates. Sometimes people ask me for the recipe and I'm like, how much did I put in it? But I kind of just eyeball things. So I'm putting the yogurt. This one is a fruit of the forest. So it's got blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, which will be really yum. So I'm mixing in 1. And I'll mix it in a nice shade of purple. A second one. I'll just show you. So that's the cream. I'm putting the yogurt in here. Cool. Sorry about my terrible videography skills. I think I'm going to go with 4. Because I think it needs a bit more because I used a double recipe. So I hope you're hungry, Armin, because I made heaps. And I might just deliver someone to a friend. One of the perks of being friends with me is you get lots of cake and dessert because I can't eat it all myself. So I'm just putting in the 4th one. And then I'm just going to see how it looks. And it looks fabulous. So it is kind of a light purple. And it will set a little bit thicker when you put it in the fridge. So I've got all 4 yogurts in. And so let's do the fruit. So canned is cheaper at this time of year, but if you can afford fresh strawberries, yeah, this year they were quite expensive. So drain them really well. So I've just got a strainer and I'm just straining it over the sink. And I'm going to put them in whole. Some people chop them. This is a rustic one. It doesn't need to look like fine dining. It just needs to taste good. Most of my recipes may not look pretty, but they taste yum. So here we go. So we've got the strawberries in. And let's do the boysenberries. I didn't think this through. I've forgotten the can opener. Genius, right? Okay. I always think I'm so prepared and I have everything and go to do something. I'm like, oops, didn't think of that. I always tell people I'm good at attention to detail. Hilarious. So here's the boysenberries. So I'm just doing the same, draining them in the sink. You can use any berry, any fruit. Some people put banana in it, but I'm in a berry mood. You can put anything you want in it. So nice and strained. You could reuse the syrup, but I'm not going to. So I'll mix those in. So it gives it a bit more of a swirl. And Now we've just got to add in the marshmallows. Well, that went better. If it's childproof, it's usually Latasha proof, let's be real. So I'm going to put all of the marshmallows in because why not? And they're lovely colours. They're rainbow. So when I get my house, I want a rainbow kitchen because rainbow is totally my vibe. So I'm mixing that in, and then last step, the chocolate. And I'm going to do something else for a little crunch, maybe. Because you can put chocolate hail, you can put sprinkles in on top, stuff like that. So when I present it in a bowl, when my friend Armin comes for dessert, I'll put it in a bowl and put chocolate hail on the top. And then you've got the crunch with the creamy and the sweet. And there is different textures in here. I just got to find my scissors. I probably put them in a safe place. Here we go. So, it says tear here, but man, I always do things difficult. Story of my life. See the chocolate drops? I was tempted to put 2 packets in, but one's enough. And so, mixing it. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm just gonna, lick the spatula just to make sure it tastes good. I'm being a responsible friend. There's no pretty way to do this. Tastes good. So let's have a look. I'll show you what it looks like. And you'll see my shaky, terrible. So this is it. So that's the ambrosia. You could, there's lots of ways you can make this simply like this, but I make an ambrosia cheesecake with a chocolate base, and I use some gelatin and use quite a similar recipe, so it gives you ambrosia vibes while in a cheesecake. You could do lots with this, but I like just plain simple ambrosia. I don't know where it comes from, but it tastes yum. So it's a shame you're all the way up north, Mark, or you could come round and eat some, but come visit and I'll make you some ambrosia. Thanks for your great idea. If anyone else has any great ideas of things that I could make, could be difficult, could be fun, let me know. I like making different things, different cuisines, so I'm going to try and make something different each week. Sometimes, like this weekend, I might do more than one thing if I have lots of free time. Because it's so cold, I'm not going outside. I'm staying inside and eating soup and dessert. So, voila, give it a go. I quite often take this to potlucks and stuff like that. And I love taking a dessert to a barbecue. People think I'm weird, but no one ever thinks of dessert at a barbecue. Everyone brings meat and salad. So I'll bring ambrosia or cake or something like that. So, yeah, I think it's genius, but, not everyone does. So I'm going to head off and stop talking about food again. Well, probably not. So it's half my chat. Food. Have a great night and thanks for watching, or day, depending on when you watch this. But yes, that's my ambrosia recipe. My mum makes it too. And you can actually make it with the other thing I just thought of is you can make it with your own yogurt. I have a Hansel's yogurt maker, so you can do that as well. So you don't have to use bought yogurt. There's lots of other ways, and you can mix and match flavors and things like that. So yeah, hopefully someone gives it a go and tastes how delicious it is. You can change the type of marshmallow, the fruit, you can make it your own. So that's ambrosia. Yum.